Hi, we're Sharon and Andy. Welcome to Finca Live.
In 2019 we bought a derelict finca that used to be a bodega in the Murcia region of Spain. The building was an empty shell with no main services, water, electric or sewage, and we're restoring it, doing all the work ourselves with the view to giving us an off-grid, debt-free home.
In addition to this, self-sufficiency is very important to us, so we're going to aim to produce as much of our own food as possible, and the idea behind these videos is to log our progress, but also to provide you with something you hopefully find interesting and informative. Please join us on our journey.
Hi, today we'd like to talk to you a bit about ourselves, a brief history of who we are, how we got here. We both moved to Spain about 10 years ago, but not together. Sharon actually lived in France for 7 years before.
Yep, I was basically running a house party hotel type operation in the Dordogne, which was beautiful, with my partner at the time. And he was older than me, came up to retirement age and bought a little camping car with a view to touring Europe. However, we got as far as Spain and it became apparent that he really was not very well. And after lots of backwards and forwards to the hospital, sadly he died. It was some kind of brain degenerative disease, not Alzheimer's, but something for which there was no treatment, no cure. In between times, Andy was really helpful. We'd kind of met up on the campsite and Andy was helping us out. If I needed to go to the airport, Tony couldn't drive, Andy would take me to the airport. So that's basically how we met.
I moved out from the UK. I had a business in the UK, which was fairly successful, but it got hit by a succession of bad debt after bad debt. Unfortunately, I'd put all of my own cash into growing this business, and as a result, I lost absolutely everything. I moved out to Spain with €1,000 and everything I could fit into my car. I was lucky enough to have a friend that I could stay with while I got myself on my feet. I've always been able to do things, and I moved down near Torrevieja and was picking up work, painting railings and general building things and stuff like that. And one day, I had a background in boats as well, and one day I got a call to the campsite for someone with an American camper van. American camper vans are very similar to American boats. So I did a few jobs on the campsite and it turned out I was travelling 45 minutes each way every day. So I thought I'll move on to it. It was only €240 a month at the time. I bought myself a little caravan and moved on to there, which is where I met Sharon.
So by this time I'm working for a guy in Wales who sold big American fifth wheels and travel trailers. Obviously he was based in Wales and he was looking for somebody to sell them for him on the campsite. So I started working for him, and things go wrong with these trailers and fifth wheels and nobody knew how to fix them apart from Andy. So that's I used to call upon him to come and help me and sort
things. To come and fix these things. As well as doing that, I was also building a lot of deckings and pergolas, gazebos, that sort of thing on the campsite from my joinery background. So, we got to know each other better all the time, and eventually, due to circumstances, we actually got together and we both lived together on the campsite, working from there. Sharon selling the American stuff and me fixing the American stuff and building various things and, odd job stuff for people as well.
When we first came to the campsite, just to tell you a bit of background about that, it was one of the largest in Europe, 1,600 pitches. And I remember when I moved on, there were about 5 vehicles on there. It was brand new, and thinking this place will never fill up, but it did, and very quickly. And to start with, they used to have storage facility down the bottom of the camp, but as they started to fill up, they got rid of the storage, and we thought, hang on a minute, there's an opportunity here. So we actually moved off the campsite. We found a piece of land from which we could do caravan storage, caravan boats, everything. And we've been doing that for 7 years now.
Yeah, must be. It was all going great until, I don't know if any of you saw them, we had a massive floods here in 2019, September 2019. How could we forget September the 14th, 2019? Essentially, there was the whole park and everything was standing in over 1 metre of water, and we lost 80 caravans that were stored with us at the time. So that set us back a little bit, but we picked it up, carried on. It was building back up again, doing okay, and then
COVID last year, so obviously nobody could come over here on holiday. They weren't needing to store their caravans. We still got the caravans that we'd got before this happened, and it's enough to pay the bills.
Yeah, it's ticking over. But in the meantime, we worked hard, we saved some money, and that's how we bought this place. We actually paid cash for it. And it was going to be a long-term project, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Over like the next 15 years, we
years.
said. Somewhere for us to retire, bought and paid for and everything. But in the light of the recent events, and the fact that we actually found someone extremely reliable, helpful, knowledgeable and skilled to continue to run the business, to take it over, we thought we'd just get on with it and get this house done and move into it as fast as we could.
So that's it basically, that's our story. There's just the two of us, neither of us have any children, but we do have 6 cats.
6 rescue cats, yeah, 6.
Each a character on their own, they're just amazing. One of them is blind, I'm sure you'll meet them all in due course. And tomorrow we're going to look at some puppies, because we're out here, we are quite remote, and we thought it's a great opportunity to have a couple of puppies. We both love dogs anyway, but also as a bit of security for us.
And we're completely mad.
Yeah.
We'll probably end up with donkeys and chickens and all that sort of stuff as well. The other thing is we've never done any videography, anything like this at all. And we just decided that we'd try and document our process for people that are interested. What you see is what you get, basically. There's no frills, there's no fanciness, although we are getting a little bit better, we believe, we think, we say.
We're trying, but bear with us.
Bear that in mind, and there's no bull, there's no story, we're just actually really showing you what we're doing in real life. Thanks to all the people that have subscribed to the channel, it really does help. If we can get enough followers and enough subscribers, it's free to subscribe, by the way, it doesn't cost you anything. But if we can get enough people to follow the channel and watch the videos, hopefully one day we may be able to get paid a little bit of revenue off YouTube to help feed the puppies.
Who are 6 weeks old at the moment, and they're huge, so they're going to be big.
So yeah, thanks to all that have subscribed again, and thanks for watching. Please continue to follow our journey, and we hope you enjoy the progress that we're going to be making, or hopefully be making anyway. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.